Yeah, it's cold. Cooking up that heat. Serving up plates so everybody can eat. Put me on chopped, I'll come out a winner. You just tuned in to Durag Dinner. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Cole, and we're back with yet another episode of Durag Dinners. And today we're going to be making some curry chicken with some rice, peas, and cabbage, and we're going to pair it with some nice little French bread toasted in the oven. In today's episode, we're going to have my homegirl step into the kitchen. Her name is Deja Slack. We're going to call her Chef Day Day today, and we're going to be having some assistance from her.
Hey y'all, it's Chef Day. Here to make yet another fantastic meal with the one and only Durag King, my brother. Isaiah Copeweezy.
Not both the names. Okay, so I got my skillets on, and we have this big pot with a little bit of vegetable oil in it, and it's on medium. Well, we're gonna put it on medium now. It was on a low. I already made my rice because I want it to be prepared. And here we have some butter, and it's on like a slow simmer, and this is what our cabbage is gonna go with. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put our chicken in, and so I curried the chicken yesterday just because I really wanted it to be hella flavorful, but you can do this up to an hour, 2 hours before. You wanna just take it and put it into that medium hot oil and hear that sear, that nice little sizzle when you throw it in there. It's also got some fresh garlic on top of it, just to add that extra kick in that flavor. If you have some fresh ginger, you could add that to it as well, but we're gonna just keep it simple and let this cook and simmer and get that oil nice and yellow from the curry on the chicken. And then in the next 10 to 15 minutes, we're gonna add these potatoes, but right now we're gonna have Deja season them up a little bit, give them their own little flavor. I wanted to ask you, Deja, basically, how was your study abroad experience, especially as a black woman in China over the summer?
So my study abroad experience in China was great. I taught 3rd and 4th graders, and I had a teaching partner and a living partner, and they both went to Nanjing University. Honestly, my first week was kind of discouraging a little bit because I spoke very fast, and also to them I had an accent that they weren't used to. Being an American in China, especially a black woman as well, was very a culture shock to them. Every time I walked through my village, there were cameras out, people were taking pictures of me, and so I learned to say, booyah paja, booyah paja, which is do not take pictures.
Now you're a celebrity.
At first, the first couple of days, it was cool. I was like, okay, they'd never seen a black person, especially in this tiny village, but after a while, for me personally, I became uncomfortable, and it's not my part to try to go into their community and change the way that they know things, that they learn things, so I kind of had to deal with it, but with them seeing us repetitively over and over again for weeks and coming to the supermarket and still having their phone in my face, really close, literally, they'll just
that's OD.
Or imagine being across the street and then you see a kid and her mom and they're
pointing,
staring, but it was a stare. Sometimes it was a stare oh my gosh, but a lot of times it was a stare of disgust. And I didn't know how to feel because I heard oh, China can be racist, but it wasn't a racist experience. It was more so they didn't know.
It was a culture shock.
Yeah, it was a culture shock for them, right? So, and what's funny is my last day, my last night there, I was with my host family at a larger supermarket, and I heard one of those younger Chinese boys. He was maybe about 5 or 6, and he was like, "Mom, her sister's black." And so he said it in Chinese though. Yes. And I just knew it was something funny.
Her sister's black.
Right?
And so how was the food there? Most of us had never been to an Asian country. Most of us studied abroad in Costa Rica, Barcelona, Spain, Mariah, Kevin, etc. So being in an Asian dominant country, what was the food like?
So every day I ate porridge for breakfast, and porridge, not no oatmeal or anything. It was literally water and rice, steamed rice. Or it'll be red bean porridge and stuff. And so
red beans, no rice.
Exactly. It's and if it wasn't that, then we had tea boiled eggs or salted duck eggs. For dinner, we ate a lot of potatoes, rice, leek, which is a type of vegetable. What else did I eat? They tried to serve me whole fish, and I tasted that, but it was a little bit too many bones for me. And so I was just
Put a little bit of this red onions and some garlic in it. Give it some flavor as well. And I'm going to put a little bit more inside this curry. I already added some as it was cooking. I don't know if y'all saw me do that while Deja was giving y'all a little lowdown. But I added them to this pot. And we're going to let this curry simmer on a low medium for the next 20 minutes or until the potatoes are thoroughly cooked. And you want to just give it not a constant stirring, but watch the pot and stir it, just making sure that it's not burning and sticking. Here's the cabbage. Stirring in those onions, giving them flavor as well, and then we're gonna just steam it And that's that.
That's on my shoes. I'm up to the lose. Speed it up. Look at the diamonds, they eat it up. Grab the 2 bitches, I beat it up. They thinking no wife and they need it up. Oh wait, hey, can't skin color white. I put up like socket. Look at this dirty, I got it. Open this if you can't lock it. Sipping your white, yeah, go to the top. Bustin' your bitch like a clock. She let me suck on my body. I get that money, don't stop.
Alright, and so we put our bread on 350 and we buttered both sides. And look at that. Boom.
You like a little brownness, you know, to the top.
Right.
Nice little golden flavor.
Look at mine. Fire. That's dumb.
Baby.
Not these ad libs. It's grandma from the south.
Let me tell you something, okay?
That's it for today on Durag Dining, and I want to thank all of y'all for stepping into the Durag Dining Room.